Hi everyone, Adam with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Yakima OffGrid roof-mounted cargo basket on our 2020 Chrysler Pacifica. Well, on our Pacifica here, one thing that I thought initially when I got in, a lot of seating. There's a lot of people that we can fit in this van whenever we're going on a trip or something like that. And a lot of people means a lot of stuff. So even with that third row up, and people occupying those seats, we're not going to have a whole lot of trunk space. So to be able to get everything up on top of our roof is going to be ideal, just because we probably could get all of our stuff behind that third row, but it would completely block the back window. That's something that I kind of like to have, is just that visibility in the back whenever I'm going on a long trip. And to be able to put this basket up on top here is going to be ideal, in my opinion, just because there's a lot of features that helps you kind of divide up all of your stuff. We have these two bars here, so that's going to help us just keep organized whenever we're loading up all of our stuff. We can actually utilize these bars as well if you don't like having a bike rack or something behind you whenever you're driving a long time down the road. We actually do have a bike rack attachment, so you can put your bike up on top here just so you're not adding any length to the back of your vehicle. We will have about 165 pounds of capacity here, so always check your owner's manual of the Pacifica just to make sure your roof can handle that kind of weight. If so, you can go up to 165 pounds. Everything's made of steel. It's got a nice powder coated finish, and if you really want a little bit more room, we actually have a larger one. We'll go over some of those dimensions right now. So the dimensions of this carrier are going to be about 40 inches by 44 inches, but we're also going to have another one that's going to be about 53 inches by 49 inches. We are going to have the option to add an extension right here where you see this little red part, and that's going to give you 18 inches added on to whatever size that you pick initially. All are going to have the same exact features as before, so everything in this video, it's going to be the same on all of them. It'll just have a little bit more space. So along with the extension, I would recommend adding some locking cores as well. We can actually put a locking core on every single piece here just to give you that added comfort just whenever you're going on vacation. To be honest, this is an extremely attractive rack compared to some of the other just boxy looking styles, so someone might want to run off with it. So I would just go ahead and spend the extra money just to grab these locking cores to give you guys peace of mind and just to know that this thing isn't going to go anywhere. So currently we are using the factory bars on our Pacifica here, and the mounting hardware for this roof basket specifically worked very well with it. We had a lot of adjustability. These factory bars are extremely thin, and they still were able to adjust enough to be able to fit that thin of a bar. But even for your thicker bars, maybe even the Yakima HD bars, if you have them in the back of your truck or on the roof, those are extremely thick compared to these, and they're going to fit on those as well. And of course on the front we do have a front fairing. It is going to be made of plastic, it's not metal, which it isn't necessarily the biggest deal. It's still going to be functional, and it's still going to do what you need. And what that is just when the air hits it, it's going to kind of redirect it up and over all of your cargo. So it's going to cut down on some of that drag that you'll get, and also that all the sounds and wind noise that you get at high speeds. It is extremely easy to install, so let's just go ahead and show you guys how. So what we need to do is just line up our feet here with our bar. Kind of have to lift up on it a little bit, and it'll seat right down in there. And of course, we're going to have the strap. It needs to go underneath, and it needs to fit into this little slot here. So as of right now, too much slack there. So what I'm going to do is use this little knob to tighten it down. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So now, still a little loose. Just kind of get it to where you want it. You want it to be pretty tight when you push down on it. All right, I think that should be good right there. And then whenever we're done with that, just slide that over, and that's going to prevent that from coming up. Well, everyone, that just about does it for a look at the Yakima OffGrid roof-mounted cargo basket on our 2020 Chrysler Pacifica.